Hello everyone, TAC1421 here. Welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon TCG online stuff. And I'm playing Flygon, Dusknoir, Accelgor, which is a pretty fun little deck. I've always enjoyed playing the deck. I used to play it with other kind of Pokemon that have kind of the similar ability as Shelmet. But it wasn't as good as the Accelgor. Now, Accelgor is rotating, and Level Ball is rotating, and a bunch of stuff is rotating, Super Rod, and all this other crazy stuff. So the deck's not going to be as good as it is now, but I decided to, give it a try and give it a go. I don't have any of the stuff, the stadium thing that I'm forgetting the name of, that everybody knows and enjoys paying $100 for. I forget the name of it, but it's okay. I don't have it in my deck, so don't worry. Tropical Beach, that's the name of it. So this is essentially a very similar list to one of the decks that did really well at US Nationals a few months ago, but I did tech a little different things in there. I play a little bit different lines. I play some other little stuff. I play Heavy Ball. I'm not sure if the U.S. Nationals deck played that or not. But I am playing Heavy Balls to get Shelmets and to get Dusknoir. So that's pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and now I have 2 Shelmets on the bench, which is great. I don't have the energy, so I cannot use Deck and Cover on my Mew, which is unfortunate. But what can you do? And then I'm going to go ahead and Shauna. I'm going to go ahead and get a Vibrava in play, which is one step closer to my Flygon. I'm going to bench a Trapinch as well. I put the DCE onto my Mew, and now I can use Deck and Cover on my Mew. Mew in the deck allows me to not only Deck and Cover more often, but I can also, hit for other, damage on different moves. I play 2 Grass Energy and 4 DCE, so I can always use an attack on Mew with the Grass Energy from, something. Or I can just Deck and Cover. So that's great. And also the Grass Energy allows me to retreat with my Flygon, who has 1 retreat, if I desperately need to, if I don't have the Float Stones. So that's great. So yeah, this deck has a lot of stuff that's rotating. It's really unfortunate, but it's a pretty fun little deck. I really do enjoy playing it, and I do top deck the Mew that I just shuffled back into my deck. That Full Art Mew. Really cool artwork on that thing, by the way. I really do like that artwork. And I could Lysandra him up. Liz Bisharp on the bench doesn't have any energy attached to him. His Malamar is attacking for 70 next turn if he has an energy. So I probably, in hindsight, should have used the Lysandra. I played 2 in my deck, and it would have saved my Accelgor. But, hindsight's 2020. What can you do? I top deck another Lysandra, which is just brutal, and it's just telling me, hey, you probably should use one if you're going to do it. He's going to slash for 40, which I'm not too worried about. I do top deck a DCE, and you could already tell how that one stadium thing, which I always forget. Why do I always forget the name of it? Tropical Beach. It's rotating, so I guess my mind is going clear of it. But you can see how Tropical Beach can help this deck out so much. 2 turns ago, I could have Tropical Beach, and we wouldn't really be in this predicament that I am now with no cards in my deck. I do get a Flygon for my prizes, which is fantastic. I can go ahead and get the Flygon into play next turn, as long as he doesn't knock me out, which he doesn't. And we can start counter rolling. I do top deck an N. I can N both of us to 5 cards, and things are looking pretty good all of a sudden. I'm going to go ahead and level ball for a Shelmet. And now I can hopefully go ahead and like repeating myself. I can go ahead and get the Accelgor in next turn. I Super Rod 3 things back in my deck: the Vibrava, a 1/1 line of Accelgor, and that's fantastic. Now my Flygon is gonna die here, which sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I have a Float Stone. I can put that on Mew. I can put that on Trapinch. And I don't have a Flygon, so that sucks. And I kind of whiff everything. So that's unfortunate. Now, it kind of stinks to have a a Juniper and a Dusknoir in my hand, because essentially what's going to happen next turn is I'm going to want to, Juniper everything away, and that's going to suck because now I don't really have a way of getting my Dusknoir into play. But wait a second, I top deck a rare candy, and all is well. Now I'm going to Juniper for 7, and hopefully I get an Accelgor, and I don't get the Accelgor, which stinks. So what am I going to do here? I can attach the DC to Mew, and then hopefully next turn Skyla and get an Accelgor. I can also, I can escape rope and make him bring his other Pokemon out. Now I can go into Mew and attack for 30 because he has resistance. So I can attack for 30 with that can cover. Then he's paralyzed and poisoned. But I don't have the Accelgor out, so all I have to do is slash for what will be 20, which kind of stinks. So things aren't really going my way here. He's up in prizes pretty heavily. I don't have a way of getting Flygon out for at least 2 turns, and my deck is not running very good right now. The good news is with a Flygon type of deck and a Accelgor, you can always come back, so that's great. He's going to be, as long as I get a Accelgor into play, he can't really one-shot my Mew, so I can always just go ahead and deck and cover, do some damage to him. He'll be paralyzed and poisoned, and all be well. I attach another DCE to my benched Accelgor, and I'm going to deck and cover for 30 because of his resistance. He's paralyzed, poisoned, and I can go ahead and throw that Accelgor up for next turn. And what will happen essentially is what I can do is I can move some damage around next turn as long as he doesn't knock out my Dusknoir, which he can't. And then I can go ahead and make sure that he dies coming into my turn, which is a sneaky little play, so that he can't really attack me for any damage. And I'm going to go ahead and get some prizes coming into my turn, and that should help me out a lot. Now, if you're looking in my prizes here, a Flygon's in my prize, a Trapinch and 2 Trapinch and 2 Vibravas are in my prize. So that's not great. I play a 4-2-3 line of Flygon. I play a 3-3 line of Accelgor, and a 1-1 line of my Dusknoir, which should probably be a 2-1 line, to be honest, or even a 2-2 line. And then I play the Mew, and I play the Mewtwo, which I haven't seen the Mewtwo come into play, and chances are with this type of deck, you're probably not going to see it come into play anytime soon, because he's resistant to Psychic, and I can't really do much with it. So I want, because I want to use the DCs for Accelgor. So I'm going to go ahead and move the damage around, do some kind of shifty little plays, do all the math, and figure out what I need to do to ensure that I get the knockout coming into my turn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a lot of the damage around onto some of his bench stuff, because if he has for the off chance that he has a full a max potion, I want to assure that as much damage is on the field as possible. Now, he is going to evolve into a crocodile or whatever it's called, and he is going to die coming in my turn, which is great. That's what I wanted, and now we have to see what he's going to bring up. I do go ahead and get a Flygon, which means 2 were prized, and I can rare candy Flygon. I also top deck a Flygon, which is oddly enough, that's kind of funny. And now I can go ahead and N and get 4 cards, hopefully get an Accelgor. I do get an Accelgor. I don't get the DCE, but I can just retreat with my free retreat there. I can put Trapinch into play, hopefully get another Flygon up soon. And then I can Sinister Hand stuff if I want to, but I'm probably just going to hold off on it this turn. And or actually, no, I go ahead and Sinister Hand other stuff on the bench. And then yeah, I'm just going to spread that damage around, it looks like. I could have knocked out his benched dark guy on the right there, whatever it's called. I never remember the name of it, but essentially the thing that evolves into Malamar. But I wasn't really too worried about it. Now he's going to attach a Dark Energy, which means he has free retreat, and he's going to be hitting for 100 damage this turn, which really sucks. But he's going to Lysander out my Dusknoir, who has a weakness to Dark, and he's going to knock him out. So now I don't really have a way of moving the damage around, which really stinks. I top deck the DC, And then I'm going to go ahead and Shauna for 5 fresh cards. I get another DCE. I get a rare candy Flygon, which is great. But I want to make sure I leave room to hopefully get another Dusknoir into play late in the game. But it's not looking like I'm going to be able to. He's going to be taking prizes too fast. And I, at this point, just need to make sure that I go ahead and start using Accelgor as often as possible and using Flygon to put a lot of damage on everything. I still can come back in this game. It's possible, but it's unlikely, but possible. So we just have to kind of wait and see how it goes. He is going to die going into his turn with the Yveltal because of the poison and Flygon's ability. And he's also going to have his Crocodile die, I think, going to my turn. So I think I'm going to be taking 2 prizes very soon here. The downside is, though, I am poisoned. I can't really do much. But the good thing is I top deck a Escape Rope. I can go ahead and go into... I can Skyla for a Level Ball. And I can Escape Rope. And hopefully he goes into something that I can just kind of stall with my Accelgor. And that's looking like what's going to happen. So I'm going to Skyla. And there's no Level Balls, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Float Stone, which is really far from the ideal situation to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and go into my Flygon with no damage on it. And a lot of things are going to start to die here from Flygon's ability, which is great. So I'm going to take a prize from the Ultra Ball. And then coming into my turn, his Crocodile thing is going to die. And then going into his turn, I believe his dark little Pokemon on the right there is going to die, which is great. And the cool thing is, I'm going to get a prize. So I'm going to have 3 cards, and then I'm going to also get I'm going to draw a card. So I'm going to have 4 cards in my hand, so I can actually Ultra Ball if I want to for the Flygon. I can go ahead and attach the Leaf Energy. The Grass Energy. I don't know why I called it Leaf Energy. Who calls it Leaf Energy? Come on now, Tack. And then I'm going to go ahead and get in a Accelgor. I can retreat the Flygon, the active Flygon. Retreat that. Go into a Accelgor. And deck and cover for 50. He's going to be paralyzed and poisoned. I go into the Flygon that has no damage on it. And I'm actually going to win in 2 turns now. Because he can't really do much. The Crocodile is going to die soon, as well as the Houndour is going to die soon as well. So that's great. And it's you know, his Darkrai can't really do much either because he is paralyzed and poisoned. So here we go. I'm going to get a prize from the Crocodile thingy. And that's going to be my 5th prize of the game. And then all I have to do is pass. And I get my last prize from him dying from the Flygon's ability. So Flygon, Dusknoir, Accelgor, it's rotating, but play it while you can. I think it's a really awesome deck. If you have Tropical Beach, then it just makes the deck so much better. But if you don't, like me, then you just kind of have to draw good, I guess, and just hope for the best. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys can leave it a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know how you like Flygon, Dusknoir, Accelgor in the comments down below. And I'll see everyone later. Peace.